That is a hit at a mile. Alright guys, welcome back to 243 Outdoors. My name is Josh. Today we are starting our part 2 on our Sierra Gamechanger series featuring Starline brass. If you haven't seen the first video, the introduction, I'll put a little card up here and you can click it and check out what we're doing. So we developed, we got 5 test loads we made in the last video and we're out shooting them today. I forgot my chronograph. We've got a bunch of rain the last couple days, and I had to ride the four-wheeler out here, and I was loading up the truck this morning, and I completely forgot the chronograph. So the next video, or we'll end up adding onto this video, maybe some chronograph data, so we'll just see what happens today. But we're shooting 100 yards a day at 1-inch dots. We got 5 test charges we're shooting. I'll run through them here real quick. We're shooting 41.4, jumping up 4/10 to 41.8, 42.2, 42.6, and ending at 43.0. 43 is just a little bit above the published max load, so we'll keep an eye on pressure. Don't really know of anything else to tell you, but I'm ready to shoot. I did clean this barrel last night. It had been a long time since this rifle had been cleaned. I gave it a pretty good scrubbing. I've also had the scope off this over the summer by adding a 20 MOA base, and I actually had it zeroed, and then I didn't like the eye relief, so I readjusted it last night. I took about 5 or 6 shots just a few minutes ago, got it zeroed back at 100, so I think we're ready to go. So our barrel should be fouled out a little bit, and let's see what happens here. This is a Savage Model 12 243 with a primary arms 4-14 by 44 scope. So our first charge is 41.4 grains of H4350. These are 90 grain Sierra Gamechangers in Starline brass. It's about 50 degrees today. I think we're going to have some thunderstorms rolling this afternoon, so I thought I'd better get out here because it's going to be next weekend before we can get back out here. My work schedule's changed just a little bit, so I can't really shoot during the week anymore. So absolutely a phenomenal group there. I think we're done. We're just going to pack up and go to the house. Call that good, right? No? So that's awesome. I can see that in the scope. That's an amazing group. So I'm applauding these Gamechangers. Alright, so our next group, our next charge is going to be 41.8 grains, H4350. So that looks to me, I think we're still within 1 MOA. Alright, I'm happy with that. So our next one's going to be 42.2 grains. Cool. See nothing wrong with that. That one might have been me, I don't know, but 4 out of them 5 are excellent. Barrel is just slightly warm to the touch. That's 15 rounds here, and I shot about 5 beforehand. So I think we'll go ahead and keep going. I don't think we need a cool down or anything. So this is 42.6 grains. We'll be on the top right target. Alright, nothing wrong with that at all. Still no pressure to be shown. Next charge will be 43 grains. So I'm really liking the way these are shooting. It's probably going to be tough picking a charge out of these. just starting to flatten out the edge of our primer. It's still got some round on it, so realistically I wouldn't be afraid to go maybe another 3 or 4/10. That would probably be about max on this. And our last round. Alright, looks like we got 3 in one hole and 2 in 2, or 1 in 1. So I'm going to take down the target. We'll probably go back to the reloading room, go over this. I may load up a few more, come back out here. Kind of a short video, but I think I can add a little more to it, and maybe we can remember to bring the chronograph out here. So let's go back. Alright, so we are back, and I've got everything measured out. Excellent groups. The largest group was our middle charge at 42.2, and it was just a pinch over an inch. Everything else under an inch. So I had one issue out there. I didn't say nothing in the video, but my mount for my bipod come loose. About the middle group, I noticed it, so I was putting a lot more preload on it. That might have affected the groups a little bit. I cannot keep these little adapters tight no matter what I do. On my 22, I've got it Loctited on, and it stays pretty good, but this is my spare one, and it moves kind of from gun to gun, so I don't really want to Loctite it. So we're going to put my Blackhawk bipod on here. We're going to load up a few more. I want to load up this 42.6, this 43, and I also want to up the charge. We'll go up to 43.4. I think that'll be our limit on pressure-wise. I think we can get one more. So I'm going to get these loaded up, get this little adapter changed out, put another bipod on, and we'll go back out and we'll do it again. But absolutely phenomenal results. This first group, under half MOA. Don't know the velocities. Chronograph's right here, so maybe I can remember it, and we'll go back out and get some actual readings on these. So we're off to a good start. Okay guys, we are set up for our second round of testing on this part 2 video. We've loaded up 42.6, 43, and 43.4. We'll keep an eye on pressure. We do have the chronograph set up about 10-12 feet in front of the muzzle. We've got the target cam down there. We ran out of memory on the last one. I think we lost the last target and a couple shots on the fourth group, but I've cleared all the memory cards off, charged the batteries, so I think we're ready to go. The temperature's still about the same. It's still very cloudy, overcast. The wind has picked up. It's a tailwind, kind of shooting just a little bit at an angle, but shouldn't be no big deal. So let's get these next 3 groups shot and see what we can do. And I did change the bipod out for the Blackhawk, so we shouldn't have no play in our bipod now. So we're starting out with 42.6 grains of H4350. So our next charge is 43 grains. And that is one of the better groups I've ever shot. I believe 4 are in a ragged hole and 1 went below, but that is awesome. So we upped our max charge now to 43.4. We're still not showing any pressure on that last one. So let's get these last 5 shot and see what we can do. And realistically, I don't see any pressure issues with that either. Remind me and I will show you the brass when we get back. And our last shot today. Alright, nothing wrong with that. 31.44. Let's pack up and wrap this video up. I'll show you the brass real quick. So the last 3 we just shot were right here. We can get that to focus in. But I see no issues with that, no cratering. The corners are still pretty round on those, and I still wouldn't be afraid to go higher than that. Okay, so we are back. We have everything measured out. We exceeded or met our goal that we made in our first video. I wanted a 1/2 inch group, and we actually shot 2 groups today that were under a 1/2 inch. Every group was under an inch except for one, and it was 1.040. It was so close to being an inch. So these rounds are shooting excellent. So let's go over these real quick. The first group today that we shot was 41.4 grains. We had a .476 group. Absolutely awesome. I'm going to estimate that velocity right at 3,000 feet per second. Our second group was a, 41.8 grains, was just under an inch at .982. We had, looks like 3 shots roughly in one hole. If we delete that shot to the right, we're right there at our 1/2 inch. The same goes for the next one, 42.2. The outlying flyer to the left really opened it up, but that's a, a .4. It's a 1/2 inch group. 42.6, we kind of done a kind of a vertical line there at .808. Very good. And then 43 grains is a 905. Like I said, the bipod was getting loose on these. So I went back and I reshot 42.6, 43, and we jumped up to 34. I did use the chronograph on these, so we have a little bit of numbers. The 42.6 we reshot. I only got 2 readings because the chronograph, it was either a little high, but we got a 30.93 and a 30.86. So about 30.90 average on the 24.6, .897 group, and that is almost an identical group to the one we shot before. The next one was 43 grains. We had a good 5-shot average of 31.10, 11 on the standard deviation. We put 3 into one hole, just like we did before, and then 2 kind of out. The group was a lot tighter than the last one, but I'm really liking this group, and I think we will probably do some more with it. Then our next one, we had some vertical stringing on it and 1 outlying flyer. It still measured a .700 exactly. 31.44 average and a 5.3 standard deviation. So that is absolutely awesome. So going forward to part 3, what I want to do, I'm really liking this 43 grains. It's got the velocity I want. We're about 31.10. Looking at these 2 groups, it's definitely performing. So what I will probably do is load up, what do we want to do? 2, 3, 4, 5, about 20 to 25 rounds with 43 grains, and we will shoot 5-shot groups at 200, 300, 400, and 500 yards. We will stretch these out and see how they perform. But right now, I'm liking this 43 grain load. It's performing, and the numbers are, I'm liking the numbers. So that's going to wrap up today's video. This is part 2, like I said. So I don't know how quick I'll get these videos out. Maybe 1 video a week, maybe a video every 5 days. It'll be at least 5 days before I can get out and shoot again, and that'll be weather permitting. So these bullets from Sierra are absolutely performing. The powder H4350 is just, I expect nothing but what we're getting, excellence. And the Starline brass, absolutely awesome stuff. So that's going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank everybody for watching, and we will see you later.